Bearing in mind, though, that relationship with the audience, there has been this great debate about whether younger audiences want to film concerts as they're watching them and so on. I wonder what you think about that.
Yeah, it's been interesting to watch. And a friend and colleague of mine, Anna Lapwood, I believe the organist, I believe she came out to encourage people to film. And I know City of Birmingham Symphony Orchestra recently gave a kind of free, you can film what you like. I think it's difficult, and I have very mixed feelings about it, but also very strong feelings about it. On the one hand, one of my pet hates is seeing within a concert hall members of the staff, ushers, running around telling people to stop this, stop that, shush, put that down. Like, it can be a very off-putting experience when you're told off in a place that you've paid for a ticket and you've gone to have a beautiful evening, and you're getting told what to do and what not to do. And I think also the act of that can be 10 times more distracting for everybody around than whatever that person was doing in the first place. So that I'm not a fan of. At the same time, I think it is so unique to have 2,000 people not on devices, sitting, listening and paying attention to something collectively. I think it's so rare in today's environment. And because of that, I would like to experiment more with actually encouraging more of that, and encouraging people before they go into the space to understand that that's what it is. If you're claustrophobic, or if the thought of being still and concentrated for 45 minutes is not for you, there's other ways you can appreciate music. Perhaps that environment isn't for you, but I think that there's a way to prepare people to embrace how unique and special that is. And 45 minutes of your life, or an hour and a half of your life, is not that long a time. I will just finish by saying that in the Usher Hall this year, our central residency and several of our performances, we've actually done away with the stalls and replaced the stalls with beanbags. It's not that people are necessarily getting out their phones every 2 seconds, but it does give a very different and obviously physically more relaxed environment, and people feel freer and less constrained. Now, that is for some people and it's not for others. I think the main aim for the Edinburgh International Festival for us is that we provide a huge myriad, a real diverse range of ways to enjoy the greatest art.
But do you think that inability to concentrate, let's call it, that what technology has done to us is give us a short attention span. Do you think that makes it harder for people to tap into classical music, that we simply don't have the concentration anymore, the seriousness?
I think it's definitely having an impact on people. I see it having an impact on me. Like my brain will often go to something that I haven't done, or somebody I want to write to, and having absolutely concentrated time, whether that's practice or whether that's work, or whether that's not interrupted by something coming your way or you trying to send something out via a device, I find quite difficult to resist and to break that pattern. And I didn't grow up with that, so I can only imagine for people 10 years younger than me, or more, it's more intense. However, I will say that the kind of like 12 to 18-year-olds that I know that have grown up with devices much earlier in their lives, I know quite a lot of young people in that age range that have actually also grown up learning a better disciplinary relationship to the devices, and they're better at saying, okay, this time is not, it's not phone time, I'm going to concentrate on something else. I think we always have human trends that are verging in the kind of lack of concentration or discipline, or whatever you would equate to be the best of ourselves. I think it is not unique to this time. I think people of all ages still have the capacity to be enthralled by something and drawn into something. I think quite often it's it's fear or worry or a kind of almost myopic, not in a bad way, but just a myopic discomfort that stops people from being able to really engage with what's in front of them. So I think it's our job to just disarm that as much as we possibly can.